It's all junk mail. All of it. Good morning, TL Travelers, and welcome back to the TL Travel YouTube channel. I'm tired. I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in a little while and did 2 back-to-back classes, like a weights class for about an hour, and then I did like a Zumba sort of cardio thing, and my arms, oh my gosh, holding this camera is like a true struggle. So for those of you who may not be longtime viewers or might be new here or missed the last couple of episodes, the plan for the next few videos is my parents are coming to visit me in the west side of Canada in Alberta. I am originally from Central Ontario, so it's going to be great to have them out here, and we're going to be doing some road, not even just a little bit of road tripping, a lot of road tripping, exploring around Alberta. We're gonna be going to the mountains because I don't think either of them have been to the Rocky Mountains. For sure, my dad hasn't. So we are going to be driving the Icefields Parkway, which is super cool. If you don't know what I'm talking about, give that a Google or a Yahoo or whatever your preferred search engine is. And then we're also going to be exploring around Banff and Canmore in that area. We'll probably head into Calgary for a little bit, exploring around Edmonton and the city there. So there's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff to share with you guys. I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it. And today my plan is to plan that road trip out a little bit more and just get some stuff done that I'm gonna need to get done for that. So hotels are on the list, and that is something that I always recommend looking into a lot further in advance than what I am now. We hadn't solidified a plan until today for our road trip and what direction we wanted to go in, and everything sort of came together last minute. So that's why we're looking at last minute accommodations. But I will tell you, like, camping in the summer, in the national parks, all of that kind of stuff, you need to look into that early, or you could get a little, you know, screwed, which we could be. And also just checking into the driving routes. Something that is very important when it comes to traveling through the mountains is just like road conditions and all of those kinds of things. There are not a ton of routes to get from point A to point B. And while in the winter, like ice and snow and all of those kinds of things can be a real problem, so in the summer can be wildfires, and we have had our fair share of wildfire experiences this past little while, if you guys have been keeping up in the news. So that has already thrown a wrench in my parents' plans to drive from BC to Alberta, which is what they're supposed to be doing right now, but instead they're on their way here. So yeah, let's get planning. Blah. But first, coffee. Always coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Oh yeah. So, currently there are so few hotels left, which I feel like I knew was gonna be a problem. It kind of always is when I'm planning anything to the mountains semi-last minute. But what I have done is I have managed to change the direction of our travels, or like map out our route in a way that it lines up with spots that have availability within our budget also. So that is what I'm working on doing right now, is booking a spot. So I think the plan is going to be, for those of you who would like to be in the know, to leave from Edmonton, drive down to Calgary and spend some time in the city, then head out to the mountains, spend some time in Banff and Canmore, and then drive back to Edmonton through the Icefields Parkway and do the Icefields Parkway at the end, which we were originally planning on doing at the beginning. Another thing that you really need to consider when you are planning out your trips is your park passes. That is an expense that people forget all of the time. And I realized that in my last West Coast sort of road trip videos, I probably didn't mention the parks passes at all, only because when I was doing that road trip for you guys last year, it was like the big Canada celebration year. So all of us had free access to the park. So you can buy passes when you get to the entrance for the parks, or you can go online and book them in advance, which I prefer to do, to be honest. I'm online right now, www.banfflakelouise.com/park passes online, and for 2 days in the Banff National Park for like up to 7 people on like a family pass or whatever, it's only $40. So it's not a huge expense to get the parks pass, but you do need it. Success. So we have got ourselves a plan, which I am relieved about. Let's just say I'm relieved because we really should have started planning sooner. So the plan over the course of a few days is, as I was saying earlier, to head down to Calgary, spend some time there, spend some time in Banff and Canmore, 2 nights and 3 days to be exact, and then spend a whole day driving the Icefields Parkway and exploring that whole area between Banff and Jasper, and then coming back to Edmonton, which is where we are now and where we will be starting our journey. So you guys aren't going to want to miss that. We did manage to find accommodations in Canmore. When I'm traveling with people and we're doing trips to the mountains and things like that, we typically find and we typically stay in Canmore because it's so close to Banff, and the prices are generally quite a bit less because Banff is sort of like the hot tourist spot, and if you have a car, it's super close to just drive into Banff, you know, travel around and then come back up to Canmore, and Canmore is beautiful. There is a spot on the Canadian government parks website and things like that where you can actually check on like a day-to-day basis or hour-to-hour basis, I guess, how busy certain locations are and like if the roads are open or if hikes are open or closed and all that kind of stuff. So I will leave a link to that in the down bar below so you guys can go check it out if you guys are planning as well. But we will probably use that website on the day of to decide which activities we're going to do and which activities we're going to skip. And of course it'll come down to a lot of what my parents want to do because this is their first time out here and I want them to get to do all the things that they want to do. So if you are interested in seeing what we get up to on our road trip, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button as well if you love travel content. We post new content every Thursday and Sunday, and yeah, we're gonna keep doing that. So if you've not already hit that subscribe button, I already said that. Until next time, stay great, travel safe, and I will see you for our road trip. Bye.